Hi, everybody. Andrea Brooks here.
And I'm Marcus Rosner.
We wanted to say a big hello, and we are all very excited for you guys to check out our new movie, Romance to the Rescue. And we have a couple of questions that Hallmark has sent our way, and we're going to do our best to answer them. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go here. I'll start us off. Okay.
Please.
Okay. In Romance to the Rescue, Kira urgently needs to rescue a dog, and she meets shelter owner Kevin. Without giving too much away, can we share how our characters and our relationship starts to grow?
I think we can do that.
All
Do you
right.
want to, yeah, what basically Kira tells a big lie and then uses Kevin to get what she wants, I think is the.
I don't like to use the word big lie. I do think that Kira found herself entangled in a narrative trying to impress her boss. And she basically leads on to the fact that she's a dog lover, owns a dog, and the dog happens to be agility trained when there may or may not be a dog. Results in
and
a bit of a panic.
and she enlists the only person with a close proximity to dogs in her life to help her train said dog into a super dog. And that guy just happens to not be the most personable or open person, so she helps him expand his horizons in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we got it. I think that more or
Number
less
one,
is
done.
it. Number one.
Number two, coming at you. Uh,
Yes.
Kira adopts her first dog, Sam, who plays a big role in bringing her and Kevin closer together. What was it like for us to reunite on screen? I read this one and I was like, what was it like for us to reunite with Sam? And then I realized they were talking about you and
About,
me.
about us. I do think this was, or I know for a fact this was Nova who plays Sam's first movie. So that's true. Nova was never a part of our wedding in a harvest
Should have
wedding.
been.
Should
That
have
would have
been.
been cool.
I've been a great ring bearer.
Best man.
A best man. That could have worked.
Yeah.
But no, it is a kind of fun reunion on our part, I'd say, just because we do have this connection through When Calls the Heart. I always say we're the kind of Hamilton alumni, and even though our characters never interacted, but we're still from that generation, from that era of the show, which is kind of cool. And then yes, we've been married before.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, I guess this is the third time we've worked on the same project together. Yeah, I don't think we crossed paths on One Calls the Heart, did we? I was trying to
No,
rack my brain, but no. Maybe
no.
like a group scene at some point or something, but we didn't really
Yeah, we
speak
didn't
or
have
anything.
it's too bad because I think that would be a fun, or even going forward, it would be a fun recall if, Charles made his way
Hint,
to
hint.
hint, hint, season 10. If
But then, yeah, we got married at Harvest Wedding,
we
right?
did, we
Yes.
did.
Okay.
And I always love that there's a portion of the internet that thinks we're married in real life, which is always my
I
favorite.
just discovered this. Andrea just told me this like a week or two ago, and I just got such a kick out of it. It's so funny
Yeah,
because it looks like a real wedding photo in
it
a way, the
does. The
one that
photos are
circulates everywhere.
beautiful. And I
Yeah,
think our outfits, I really liked that wedding dress. Oh,
yeah,
great.
it'd be
We'll have to
great.
get married
Great.
again in another movie. Okay.
So it was a great reunion, in
It was a
summary.
great reunion, as you can tell. Okay, I'm gonna go for number three. Kira and Kevin develop a special bond with Sam as they help him get settled into his new home. Why do you think viewers will connect with our characters' relationship to Sam and to each other? Oh, that's loaded.
Mm. Well, as far as Kevin's concerned, I think they'll probably connect with the idea that it's just easier to spend time with dogs rather than people sometimes, and he sort of is this guy that just surrounds himself with dogs because he feels much more comfortable around them, and I think that a lot of people feel that way. So maybe they'll connect with that. And then love is something that Kira and Kevin may or may not experience that people might connect with. Yeah. What do you think,
I
Andrea?
like that answer. I really just like the thing I like about this movie is it's traditional action, but there's this third party the entire movie. We have this dog who's continuously looking at us, and it was just such a fun little, element to this, I guess, triangle in a way.
He was
It was
like the wingman that greased the wheels towards
the wingman, the
our
Cupid.
budding. Yes, Cupid dog
Yes, I
sequel.
like this. Okay, I think
Yeah.
we nailed that question. Numero 4.
Number 4. Okay, when Andrea is also coming to us from a war zone, I think, with all
I'm
the
so
sirens going
sorry.
off.
I am. I'm in downtown Los Angeles, and there are a lot of sirens.
That makes sense. Okay, number 4. When Kevin agrees to help Kira train Sam to compete in an agility show, they start to learn about each other's insecurities and strengths. What are each of our favorite qualities about our characters?
Oh, one of my favorite qualities about both of these characters is that they're characters who are willing to change. They're characters who are very much stuck in their ways, but they learn a lot from each other, and they're willing to break away from the mold that they're so used to. Kira is an insanely type A, super organized, super planner, and it is really nice to see her loosen up by the end of the movie. So I always like a character that goes through a big change is always exciting to play and to watch, I think. And I'd say
Yeah.
the same goes for your character.
Yeah, what I like about Kevin is that he's sort of a protector. Like he
Mm.
sort of like I said before, isn't the best with people, and so he's started this shelter and he's surrounded himself with these dogs. And I think that he feels like there's one way that he can be a contributing member of the world. It's by protecting these beautiful animals and making sure they find the right home. And I mean, who doesn't love a person like that? And then Kira is sort of this like zest-filled heartbeat of the entire film, and sort of brings this excitement and invigoration to Kevin's life, and I think that's what me as Kevin loved about Andrea as Kira. So
Oh, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, zesty character. My character also wears so much pink in this movie, and I know at the end I kept some of the clothing, and then I looked back in that section of my closet. I was like, everything is bubblegum pink. It works with the character, but good memories. Okay, that was 4. Let's jump to 5. There are a lot of cute moments in the movie from Kira and Kevin training Sam to baking treats, which I forgot about that scene.
I forgot
Um,
about that too.
it was funny. Without giving spoilers, do we have a favorite scene we can't wait for the viewers to see? Oh, that's always a tough one.
Yeah, I think for me, I haven't seen it yet. Full disclosure, I'm kind of waiting for when it airs. I like to watch them when everybody else is watching them, sort of absorb them in that way. Yeah, but I'm really interested to see how the agility scenes came together because Andrea and I were talking about this before. I mean, the dog doesn't know we're shooting a movie, and so it was a she, just full disclosure, playing a he, movie magic. Um, she didn't know we were doing a movie, and so we kind of had to react off of her, and she would sort of veer off course sometimes. Then we would have to ad lib, and I'm just really interested to see how that stuff cut together. And I had such great fun with that because it sort of kept everything alive, and it kept me and Andrea on our toes. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh, that's good. I think I was going to say the end of the movie, the final agility in general is interesting because we were so focused on staying on course and trying to make sure that Nova stuck with us, and I remember going back with Heather and watching one of the master shots, and it looked cool. So I'm really hoping it pieced together in an interesting way because it was a really fun project. And the other thing I love about these movies is that when they're centered on a theme, and this one was dogs training and agility training, and then you kind of walk away feeling like you learned something new. So that's why I'm with you. I think the agility is going to be interesting to watch.
yeah, absolutely. Number 6. These numbers I just realized mean nothing to anybody who's listening to this, except for us. They're just numbered on a page, and we're like six,
Thank
five,
goodness,
four,
or we would
three,
be
two.
completely lost.
This is how we know who reads what question. It's a little behind the scenes for you. Number 6, coming at you. Viewers are going to love seeing our characters interact and play with Sam throughout the movie. Uh, are there any fun behind the scenes stories that we can share? Yeah, probably.
Aw. It's funny because we shot this exactly a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Bit of a, it's kind of, we have to like wind
Just kind
back
of
a little bit.
rewind.
Um, I do remember we were in the height of a spike in COVID. So I do remember there was that everyone was really diligent and took a lot of caution and care to make sure that we completed this movie, and we did. We sailed through it. Um, but behind the scenes, I mean, I just there. Oh gosh, I don't know. I feel like we spent a lot of it kind of working on the dog with the dog stuff, kind of going off to the side and either watching Nova, because even in between scenes, Nova has so much energy that she'd be out in the field chasing frisbees, and just that dog has to move at every given moment. So that was kind of a fun element to the behind the scenes experience. And I remember drinking a lot of coffee and watching bad reality shows with you in between
Bad
scenes.
reality shows, good reality shows. We
Great
watched a
reality.
lot of Jersey Shore in the green room. We discovered a mutual love for Jersey Shore for some reason,
It's
and
so embarrassing, but I
yeah,
can't even. We had so much fun that is, I think, my favorite takeaway from that was just eating candy. We ate all those watermelon candies, and we were watching reruns of Jersey Shore. We were like, "Remember this?"
I
Anyway,
think if there's ever going to be a Jersey Shore after show podcast, then Andrea Brooks and Marcus Rosner probably need to
we
host it
should
because
post
for
it.
some reason we have like an archival knowledge of the series. So yeah.
That's the big takeaway from Romance to the Rescue. That's it. That's the one.
See if you can see the Jersey Shore in the film. Um, yeah. What? Okay. Number 8.
Number. Wait, did
Since,
we got 7? Or yes.
yeah. Since When Calls the Heart season finale is coming up this weekend, too, Andrea, are there any similarities between Kira and Faith?
Ooh. I'm sure there's some overlap.
They look the same.
They look they look similar. They do. I'm trying to think. I mean, Kira, they're both go-getters and they're both career-focused women. So I would say that that's the biggest commonality between the characters. Um, yeah, there's I'm sure there's more overlap, but they're organized and they work hard, and they put their career before their heart a lot of the time. So I think there actually is a little bit of overlap there. Um, yeah, and I have to send you a big reminder. When Calls the Heart season finale is happening this Sunday night, so be sure to tune in. There's going to be a lot of interesting payoff if you've been a fan of the show for a long time. It's a lot of payoff in this final episode, which I'm very excited about. And I also realized we did skip 7.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Yes,
no.
that's okay. I think
Oh,
we were doing a
we
really good
did.
job until this point.
We we did the numbers, then we explained the numbers, then we
We
abandoned
got
the
way
numbers. So
too
what
caught up
are
in our
we
Jersey
doing?
Shore thing that we totally skipped
I
7.
just all I can
I'm
think of was Jersey Shore now.
I'll read 7.
Okay.
After working on set with dogs, did any of the cast or crew members end up adopting a dog because of the movie?
Not to my knowledge. Do you have a dog, Andrea?
I had 2 older dogs. They recently, well, my Chihuahua passed away this past
Oh,
year.
I'm sorry.
He had a great life, wonderful dog. So yeah, I think eventually I would be in the market for another dog, and I would definitely want to adopt the same way. I think that this movie has a good message, that is that we should adopt animals. We shouldn't just shop around, and there's an interesting world that you want to save the animals that need homes. So
Yeah.
that's definitely on the forefront of my mind. I could see myself doing that one
Yeah,
day.
that's definitely. I mean, I didn't run out and get one simply because my life doesn't exactly allow for that right now. I wouldn't want
Neither
to
does
drag it
mine.
on a plane everywhere. But it definitely started the conversation legitimately between me and my now wife. Yeah, I grew up around border collies, and spending this much time around a border collie again just reminded me of how brilliant they are and how just an amazing companion and ready to serve you at all times. Not that like
Yes.
that's what you should be looking for, I guess, but just I don't know. It loves you as much as you love yourself, and you're like, this is I want to be around you because you like me, and that's how I feel
Aw.
about border collies.
Border collies are such cool dogs. They are so hyper intelligent. I still can't
Geniuses.
get over it. It
Yeah.
was so interesting working with a dog who was, I think, paying more attention to our lines than I was.
Yeah, the way the dog took cues, it was
Oh,
amazing.
worth watching this movie just to see how the dog acts. Just
Yeah,
superb dog acting. Even though,
yeah,
like you said, she didn't know she was acting, but she did a great job. Okay, guess what? We did all the numbers, not
we
in
did
order,
it.
but we have some rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
Okay. So to wrap up our social live, we have a rapid fire game of who's most likely to, featuring some activities inspired by Romance to the Rescue. So we will let you know which one of us are most likely to do that thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think you got it.
Okay.
Okay, so most likely to adopt a dog at a shelter. Well, this trails right off the conversation we were just having. Very well.
And I feel like we
Um,
both admitted that that's something that would be
I know. And who wants to say they're the least likely to adopt a
adopt
dog
a
at a
dog at
dog
a
shelter? Just for
shelter.
the record. I mean,
Hey, that's very
these are
true.
setups.
That's true. We would both. I'm going to say Andrea and Marcus would both
Equal. Equal.
equally be happy to adopt a dog from a shelter. Absolutely.
So safe. You want to throw the next one out?
Volunteer at a rescue center.
Again, who wants to be the least likely?
I will never volunteer at a rescue center.
I refuse.
I refuse. I've
They will
done
pay
it
me
before,
or I
but
will not
never
be there.
again.
I mean, it sounds like Andrew's done it before, so I think we could just give this one to Andrea. So
Yes, I
you
love
can
it.
have it. And
Okay.
you'll take me sometime, and then
I'll
I
take
will
you.
also have done it and not be an evil person.
Not be an evil person. Okay.
Train your dog to compete in an agility show. Wow, okay. This
Oh,
one's
well,
interesting.
I think you should. I think Marcus should get that one because if you're interested in border collies,
I have the border collie experience.
you have
I it
border
would have
collie.
to it would have to take a major restructuring of my life and freedom of time. But maybe one day I will train a border collie to do an agility dog show
I think we should
on a
hold you
whim.
to that. That's
Okay.
gotta happen. You
Before
could
I'm
probably
40.
set up the cones in your living room. I
Yeah,
it.
just in my downtown Toronto condo, just running this poor border collie over my couch and around my plants and stuff.
There you go. I'm giving you that one.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Spend the afternoon walking your dog in the park.
You got to have a dog, first of all. And so we've established that neither of us currently at the moment
Okay.
has a dog.
That's true.
But we borrow actually Morgan Cohen's dog sometimes and just walk it because we like to hang out with it. So I'm up there in that one. I
You
don't know
get
how.
that one. You take that
Well, no,
one.
I don't want to be greedy. Are you borrowing anybody's dog and walking
I
it?
would never walk a dog in a park in the afternoon, ever.
It's a moral stance.
Moral stance. No, I absolutely would. But you're doing it on a regular basis, so I think you
Okay, now Morgan's going to see this and be like, it's not a regular basis, but occasionally.
She's been stealing her dog every day to walk it in the park in the afternoon.
I just show up in the morning and I'm like, hey, here again. She's like, go away. Okay, the most likely to pull a prank while on set.
Oh, I'm not one for pranking on set. I don't think I'll laugh at a prank. I love a good prank, but I'm not usually the mastermind.
I'm not a big prankster. I feel like they're kind of cheap. I don't
We're
know.
too busy watching Jersey Shore in the green room. Let's be honest. We're not pranking each other.
We're very serious actors who spend our time watching Jersey Shore while
Very
not
serious.
acting. No, I wish I was a prankster. I feel very like Clooney or Brad Pitt-esque, but I don't know. I never thought they were that funny.
I just always feel, what if a prank goes wrong and then the person doesn't find it funny and then the embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm not a big prank puller, but if someone else is doing it, I would happily be a bystander.
Right.
We can win some bystander awards for that one.
You want to take this one?
Yeah. Learn how to make dog treats.
Well, we both did that. So
We've done that
yeah.
together.
Check.
Who's more likely to do that on a regular basis? I can't really see either of us. I think I would like to invest. I would happily go to a store and buy some very nice dog treats. But I don't know if I would trust myself to feed whatever I baked to a dog.
Yeah, like you said, I think I'd be just as happy to go to a professional dog treat baker and acquire those treats to give to my imaginary dog. But um, to think I'll probably whip out those skills we learned on set and end up baking them in my own kitchen, somewhat unlikely.
All right. We're very similar when it comes to this.
I know we're not doing this game right.
Not doing
Like,
this
who's
right.
most likely? And we're like, neither, both.
Neither. Both. The same. Okay.
Um,
Next
okay.
one.
The most likely to eat a plate of gluten-free treats.
I'm going to
I had
100% say not me. I love
no.
gluten.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I love
I had
gluten.
some yesterday. I'm shooting another movie right now, and my co-star's uh, celiac, and so she can't have gluten. And so I had gluten-free pizza yesterday. I had gluten-free cookies yesterday. I'm eating no gluten right now. So this guy,
This is your award.
I was ready.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess that brings us to the end of our rapid fire, which wasn't very rapid, but
It's
we're
very
done.
slow and
A slow,
deliberate.
agreeable.
Slow, agreeable, rapid fire.
I just want to say thank you so much for joining us on this crazy live that we have going on. And we can't wait for you to watch the premiere of our new movie, Romance to the Rescue.
Yeah, I hope we did our social live right and entertainingly enough for all of you out there. Tune into Romance to the Rescue on Saturday, May 21st at 8, 7 Central, only on the Hallmark Channel,
On the channel.
obviously.
And be sure to tweet along with us. I'll be on Twitter. Are you going to be on Twitter, Marcus?
I am. I'm going to be in New York, but I'm going to sit in my hotel in front of the TV between 8 and 10 p.m., and I'm going to tweet.
And we got to use the hashtag Romance to the Rescue.
Like that. Boom. Hashtag